Okay, so we're gonna start off with the first question, which is what drew you to murals specifically, and what do you love about creating on such a large scale?
So I never thought about murals before in school. We had an art class in school that was murals, but I never took it because I had no interest. But then one time I lived in Oklahoma City when I was in the US, and they had started this new mural program, and they asked me if I wanted to try painting a mural. So I didn't know what I was doing, but I said yes. And then I just found out that with murals, the work is a little bigger, but the reward is bigger too because like so many more people see it than art in a gallery show. Like, and depending on the wall, thousands of people could see it every day, and it would affect them in some way. And then it was physically not as hard as I thought. It was actually easier than painting something tiny. And then the time didn't take that much more either because I would just go out there every day and just do it and get it done. So and when I'm painting it in my home studio, I'm like get distracted with other stuff and it takes forever. But yeah, I like the intentionality of murals and the big
Mm.
results that come from it.
So your work is deeply rooted in Japanese culture. That's why I love that you're back in Japan. It's amazing. So what stories or symbols from your heritage do you feel most called to share in your art?
I realize these days that the reason I'm so compelled to share like snippets of Japanese culture is because my grandma, who was so dear to me and taught me so much, she's still alive. She's 103. So,
What?
yeah,
Wow, that's amazing.
yeah, she's in a nursing home, but she's still doing well.
Mm.
And she's a person that has lived through like crazy changes in Japan. Like from before the war, she was just a young person during the war. And so she is not like someone that teaches Japanese culture. I think she is Japanese culture because she knows all the old ways of like cooking traditional foods that nobody cooks anymore. You can just buy it at the store. And like harvesting different plants. And like she would wear a kimono every day as she worked because that's just what she had to wear in her workplace. And these days, you like have to take a special class and sign up and know how to wear it because it's very time consuming to know how to wear it correctly. But she can do all those things. She used to hand sew kimono. I still have so many of her kimono that are handmade. And just a lot of like ways of being and awareness and ways of thinking um, that are very Japanese, very traditional that she's taught me since I was little.
Mm.
So I guess I want to hold on to that. I don't want it to go away because Japan, as everyone knows, is very modern also, and all the newest stuff is here. And I feel like people are maybe losing hold of our original identity of these
Mhm.
things that are so unique only to Japan. Like we're a very unique culture because it's very ancient and so isolated as an island. So I feel like it's such a strength when you know who you are and like the traditions that shaped your country and your ancestors. So my painting, I guess, is like a way for me to learn more about it because I was raised mostly in the U.S., so I don't know everything at all.
Mhm.
So it's like a visual journey of painting, and then so other people can see the value of this treasure that we have in our culture.
Mm. I love that. And you do such a beautiful job with it too. All of your art like has spoken to me too, and it's so cool to
Oh,
see like Japanese culture come to life through the colors, like through the images, just through everything. I feel like it's so symbolic.
try to find some really poignant themes, and like if I hear something poignant or read something poignant, I need to paint it. But my colors are quite like Western. Everyone says my colors look very American and Western, and that's
Mm.
just because I was raised since 6 years old in America. So I think my colors are a bit bolder
Yeah.
than traditional Japanese colors, but it's like an authentic version of me. That's
Yeah. It's your story. It's who you are. And I love that. It's like you're marrying that together, and that's really cool.
yeah.
Okay, so that kind of jumps into our third question, which is how does your culture and your faith intersect in your art? Are there moments when you feel God speaking through your creative process?
There's not many Christians in Japan, so there's only 1% Christianity here. Um, but we have a history of Japanese Christians that people don't think or know about that much. But if you've ever seen or read the book Silence or
Mm.
seen the movie by Martin Scorsese, it's all about Japanese Christians like in the 1600s.
That's cool.
So there are sites you can visit, and there's this very kind. It's weird to say niche, but it is kind of niche history. So I like to kind of explore that in my themes. It's not super overt. I don't do really overt Christian themes in
Mhm.
my art, but I like to make everything kind of subtle and something that people think, well, what is that? What is that in her art? I want to look deeper and find out what it's about. There's also so many themes in Japanese culture, which is from the religion Shinto, which is the native Japanese religion.
Mm.
It's so many people don't think of it as a religion; it's just like a way of being,
Mm.
a way of culture. But some of those elements are similar to Judaism,
Mm.
which is the root of Christianity. So I feel like these two roots of these two nations that I'm part of have some peculiar similarities, and I think that's so interesting
Mm.
to just notice how ancient peoples kind of thought similar ways. It requires so much thinking and so much
Yes.
fun. So those pieces are a bit few and far between, but I would like to expand those pieces that have those mysterious similar themes.
Yeah, yeah. That's cool. It's like you're learning and experiencing that as you go too. Like it's a journey for you as well.
That's part of why I paint them, because I forget everything that I read or learn. But if I paint it, then I won't forget it because I spend time on that artwork.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, just these common themes that are common to both of my cultures is really something I think is worthy of exploring.
Okay, so as a Japanese woman of faith, then, how do you hope your work speaks to others, especially the next generation of women creatives?
I think, especially in America, there's a trend for all like female creatives to be quite loud and like quite in your face about everything,
Mm.
because we think that people won't pay attention to us or they won't treat us well if we are not loud and not speak up for ourselves.
Mm.
But it's kind of against my personality because I'm kind of a quiet person, and all Japanese are quite quiet and reserved, and we don't like to really tell our opinion on things to people. So, but we have such a strong culture that's lasted so long throughout all kinds of stuff, and so many parts of it has not changed for thousands of years.
Mm.
So I think that's a different type of strength, just
Mm.
like strength in being steadfast and strength in being quiet and just keep doing your craft excellently
Mm.
and being quick to listen to people and so slow to speak. So
Mm.
I would like to convey to people that this is another way of being and being creative and working in this space, maybe that is different than what everybody says that you need to do. Yeah, whatever might happen, even if I'm like not the most famous or the most viral sharing of my works on social media, it's fine. Um,
Mhm.
and I think this is very just Japanese also, to just be like, it's fine. It is the way it is a
Mm.
say a lot, shoganai, shikatanai. It's
Yeah.
the way it is. So
Mm.
I just feel calm in that and knowing that it's truly me and I'm not pushing myself to be something I don't want to be.
Mm. I think it makes me think of like artists from before we had even like the internet and ways to kind of go viral and feel that pressure of like marketing and how some artists were never discovered until like after they passed even, and they just created. And I think like what I'm hearing in your answer that's so beautiful and encouraging for me even is like there is strength and beauty in just creating and allowing yourself to create and being authentic to yourself. And sometimes that's not getting the follows or getting all the likes or getting all the views, but that's not what you're creating for.
Because there's so many different types of personalities that God has made and like so many different types of voices, and I think everyone should just be the one that is authentic to them.
Mm.
Because if you try to make yourself something else, it's not going to last very long and you won't like it
Mm.
anymore.
Yeah.
So that's what I've learned these days from becoming so old.
No, you're not old, you are young. Okay, one last question and then I'm done. But is there a favorite piece of art or mural that you've created and why is that your favorite?
I really like one that I painted, I think about 2 years ago in Canada. It's and I'll send you the picture of it later so you know which one it is. But it's
Okay.
a girl inspired by firefighters that they had in Japan in Tokyo, which was called Edo at the time in the like the 1600s in the Edo period. And they had so many fires at that time because all the houses were made out of wood, and there were these firefighters that it was their job to like demolish houses in the
Mm.
path of fires. So like that's how they put out the fires, because they were all connected and that was causing
Wow.
them to burn. So I just, and they're just like so acrobatic and so cool, and they have their own culture of bravery. So that culture really spoke to me, and yeah, so I just decided to do a girl in that style as a firefighter. And that piece has a lot of symbolism as well, because like fires is also like hateful words that we can say, or rumors or
Mm.
gossip, or like negative ideas or moods that we can spread
Mm.
by what we say. And
Mm.
like the row houses in the Edo period, they're, it's like all connected. And
Yeah.
the way to stop it is to like demolish one of those and
Mm.
like stop saying these things,
Mm.
and stop the fire from catching.
Mm.
So I like it when I'm able to think of something like that connects history of Japan with like modern things, or
Yeah.
just something I'm dealing with or thinking about. So I think
So
that piece
cool.
turned out pretty well.
Well, thank you for sharing these answers so much. Yeah, you're like you I feel like I could sit and talk to you for hours, honestly. I really do. Cuz I just feel like you're so interesting to me. Like you're like so layered in your art, and I think that once you start talking about it, it's cool to see like what comes out. So, thank you for sharing like a little piece of that.